you guys, and welcome to day 6 of 7 Days of Star Wars. Today we will be reviewing Return of the Jedi, and we have a very special guest named Marco.
Why'd you kidnap me for all this? I was just about to review the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Are you paying me for this?
We'll see. Just do the thing I told you to do.
Anyway, Star Wars Episode 6 was the final installment in the original trilogy, but by that time, George Lucas already had plans for the prequels by then.
Now let's get on to the plot. The film opens on Tatooine with C-3PO and R2-D2 walking towards Jabba's palace. They stop at this giant gate, where a weird thing pops out of the gate and talks to C-3PO in the language Huttese. R2 and C-3PO go into the palace where they meet Bib Fortuna, and he later introduces them to Jabba the Hutt. It was really awesome to finally see what Jabba looked like after his name being mentioned constantly throughout the original trilogy. R2 plays a hologram with Luke, who is now a Jedi Knight, and he says the droids are his gifts to Jabba the Hutt.
In the next scene, this weird short person with Chewbacca goes to Jabba's palace demanding to be paid. The short person ends up being paid after she threatens the palace with a space grenade thing.
While everyone's asleep, the short person that Marco mentioned before goes to Jabba's prized possession, Han Solo, who is currently in carbonite freezing. The short person unfreezes him, but the effects of being in carbonite for 3 years are blindness. The short person is revealed to be Princess Leia, and the two kiss. Jabba wakes up and begins to laugh. Recognizing the laugh, Han talks crap to Jabba, which leads to his imprisonment, and Leia is turned to Jabba's sex slave. Han is reunited with his good pal Chewbacca in the prison cell.
Luke comes in and force chokes a Gamorrean guard for some reason. Not the type of thing a Jedi would do. So yeah, I find this really dumb. Bib Fortuna approaches Luke, and Luke uses a Jedi mind trick on him, which allows him to see Jabba. Luke confronts Jabba, but almost gets himself killed while trying to shoot him with the laser gun thing. Luke falls into the Rancor pit, kills the Rancor, and end of story.
Everyone later goes on Jabba's sail barge, and Luke goes on a desert skiff where he's forced to walk the plank into a Sarlacc pit. But instead, he does this really weird staring game with Lando and Leia.
Well, we're waiting.
And then his lightsaber shoots out of R2. Luke kills a bunch of guards, and then Boba Fett comes. Han Solo accidentally destroys Boba's jetpack with a spear, even though he's blind, and Boba is sent flying into the air and falls into the Sarlacc. This was perhaps the dumbest way to kill Boba Fett. It made him look like a joke, and in truth, he's a badass.
Leia chokes that fat slug guy and he dies. Luke and Leia then destroy the sand boat and kill everyone on board, but all the heroes escape safely and go their separate ways.
Luke goes to Dagobah, where he meets Yoda again. Yoda confirms that Darth Vader is Luke's father. Yoda then dies. Sad.
This weird old guy comes in as a ghost, and I'm pretty sure his name is Obi-Wan Kenobi. He also happens to be a homosexual. He then tells Luke that he needs to confront Darth Vader.
Luke meets Han, Leia, Chewie, and Lando on Home One Calamari. A rebel named Mon Mothma briefs all the rebels on how to destroy the second Death Star. Luke, Han, and Leia go into an Imperial shuttle and go to the forest moon of Endor to destroy the Death Star's shield generator.
Luke and Leia take some speeder bikes and then have an awesome fight with two scout troopers on speeder bikes. It's pretty cool, and the special effects could have been better.
Leia gets off her speeder bike and meets Wicket, a young Ewok. Although a lot of people have said the Ewoks are dumb, I really liked them, and I thought it was a nice touch to Return of the Jedi.
Later, Chewbacca, Han, Luke, and the two droids get into a trap where they are captured by several weird teddy bear things. The Teddy Walks, or whatever they're called, bow down to C-3PO like he's Jesus. You remember Jesus. He was that guy who was cool but then died. Stop. Wait, I'm going off topic.
Luke then talks to Leia and tells her she's his sister, and she's just thinking like, shit, I kissed my brother in the last movie.
That's incest.
Okay, you're going too far. Darth Vader then arrives on Endor. Luke surrenders himself to Vader, and the two go meet the Emperor on the second Death Star.
Han, Leia, and some other rebels go into the shield generator bunker on Endor, but are ambushed by stormtroopers. As the rebels prepare to surrender outside, all the teddy bear things show up and beat the crap out of the stormtroopers.
Meanwhile, on the Death Star, the Emperor tries to piss off Luke by telling him the rebels are losing.
Orgasm right here.
Luke and Darth Vader have an awesome, intense lightsaber battle, and Luke thinks of Leia the entire time.
Luke loses his shit and overpowers Darth Vader and cuts his arm off. Yay! The Emperor then uses Force Lightning on Luke. I don't know how he can survive all of that lightning. He better be electrocuted just after being exposed to it for a few seconds.
This scene I love. Darth Vader constantly looks at the Emperor and his son Luke. He thinks of everything he's done wrong and chooses to save Luke by picking up the Emperor and throwing him down a chasm.
The shield generator is finally down, and Lando's fleet go into the inside of the second Death Star. The scene is great because you see TIE fighters crash and explode. Yay!
As Darth Vader grows weaker due to the Force lightning, he asks to see Luke without his mask. We see a burnt Anakin. This scene is very touching, but at least Darth Vader died a good man.
Lando then shoots the center of the Death Star and causes it to malfunction. The Death Star then blows up again. Still awesome. Explosions are awesome.
Back on Endor, Luke cremates Darth Vader's body. Everyone celebrates and cheers to an Ewok song of some sort. Luke then sees the Force ghosts of Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Hayden Christensen. I have no idea why Hayden Christensen is here. Luke then winks at them, and the Jedi ghosts smile back. The end. Watching this movie always brought a tear to my eye. Until 2012, it always felt like the final Star Wars film, and it ended so nicely and it was very touching. Star Wars is amazing. What did you think of the movie, Marco?
I don't care. Just let me leave your dungeon. I did what you wanted.
Alright, Marco, you can leave.
Yes. These nuts.
Thank you so much for checking this video out. Huge thanks to Marco's Movies from SkipStudiosTV for coming on the show.
What's SkipStudiosTV?